What's going on, guys? My name is Rocky Sox, and today I'm bringing you a game of domination on the map Firing Range. And, one thing I want to talk about in this video is kind of host migration and stuff, because we go through, I think, 3 host migrations in this one game alone. And I don't know, there's just something weird about it, but I don't know. Before I do that, this game takes me a long time to really get into it and really start to get kills. I think I get, 1 kill in the first 3 or 4 minutes of the game. So it's kind of a slow start to it, but eventually I do pick it up, and I actually do pretty well in the end. So the first 2 or 3 minutes of the video, I guess, is really nothing all that special. I mean, you're not going to see me getting insane kill streaks or anything. I don't even think I get a spy plane in that space, but oh man, I don't know. Whatever, I do eventually pick it up right after the first or second. I think it's the first host migration I start to pick it up, which is about 3 minutes in the video. So anyway, moving on to host migration. Now, for those who don't know, host migration first showed up right around Modern Warfare 2. It wasn't in World at War, and it wasn't in Call of Duty 4. And, well, I'm no computer programmer or anything, but, I don't know, for me, host migration seemed kind of a complicated process. I know there's a lot of people out there that think, hey, how hard can it be to transfer a host or whatever, but, I don't know, I mean, in my opinion, it seems actually kind of hard. I mean, I'm no computer programmer, I'm no specialist or anything. I took computer programming for 1 semester in high school, but that by no means makes me a professional. And from what I know, it actually seems kind of hard because we're not playing directly from a server, so it's not as simple as just transferring data over to another server. We're being hosted by someone else's system and someone else's internet connection. So you literally have to transfer the entire game and the entire, every single file that the game holds onto a new internet connection. And I don't know, in my opinion, that seems kind of hard. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't really know, but it's really not all that important to me. And well, I just want to know why it happens so often. I mean, it seems like in some games you can run perfectly and never have a host migration for 2 or 3 hours at a time, and then you get into some games like this one where it happens 3 times in 10 minutes, and I don't know what it is. I mean, I don't know what the game chooses for it to trigger a host migration, whether it's a really bad connection, whether there's a certain amount of ping or lag on your system, or whether the host leaves, because I know that triggers it sometimes. But, I mean, there has to be some kind of a system that triggers the queue that says, okay, now we're going to migrate the host, now we're going to change it up. And I don't know, I kind of like to know what that is, because it probably is, like, whether the host leaves, I know that's what does it, but sometimes that just closes the lobby altogether. And I want to know whether or not, like, there's a difference between, hey, we're going to migrate the host, or hey, we're just going to close down the game. Because there obviously has to be some key decision in whether or not that changes it, right? And then again, I mean, there has to be some, some factor that says, okay, there's so much lag here. Oh, there's one host migration right away, and there's another one coming up in about 10 seconds. But, yeah, so there has to be some key decision that says, okay, we're going to stop the game here, we're going to host migrate it. Oh, there's another one right there, but, yeah. Sorry, so there has to be some key decision that says, we're going to stop the game, we're going to migrate the host, because, something's not going right here. And then, how does it choose the host? That's another question I have. I mean, because sometimes I get great hosts where I have a full connection. I mean, I play amazing, no lag whatsoever. And then there's other games where I had a good connection before, and then after host migration, no. No, it's not so great whatsoever. I start lagging a whole lot, and it's just not very good. But, oh, here's a third one coming up. Wait for it. Yep, there we go, back into the game. But, yeah. So sometimes I have a really good connection before it and a really bad connection after it, and then sometimes I have a bad connection before it and a good connection after it. So there also has to be some process in choosing the host itself, and I don't know, to some extent, I kind of like to know what this is. I mean, maybe it's just some completely over-the-top, computer programmer talk, but I don't know, I mean, I kind of like to know what it is that the game chooses and how it chooses its new hosts and stuff. And I guess, I don't know, I mean, should it make a return in future games? Personally, I think so. I mean, it's a good strategy, better than when I played Call of Duty 4 a little bit, which I didn't play a whole lot of because I got that game about a year ago, and so I never really got the chance to play it with the mass community. that plays Call of Duty now. I got to play it with like the 2,000 people that still are still online, but I don't know. Whatever. That's not the point. Now, should it return to future Call of Duties? Yeah, I don't see why not. I mean, it's better than just ending every single game early because someone decides to rage quit and leave early, or someone has a really bad connection. But should it be improved? Definitely. Now, in terms of what can I offer to improve it, absolutely nothing because I don't know anything about the whole migrating system. I don't know anything about like how it changes up the systems or anything or whatever. But yeah, I think it should return. If anything, I think it should be a little less often because sometimes it changes the host. When personally, I don't think it should be a reason for it. I mean, I have a great connection. I think everybody else has a great connection, but then again, I don't really know because I can't see anybody else's screen. I don't know what they're experiencing, right? But whatever, that's not that important. So, on to the gameplay. As you can already see, it did take me a while to get into it. I don't think I got more than 2 kills in the first 2 or 3 minutes of the game, which is actually not that great for me, but whatever. I did eventually pick it up, as you've already seen. And, well, our team pretty much does really, really well in this game. I think we have them triple capped for a little while, and eventually we do move on to just holding A and B or C and B for a while. I think they capture C at one point, and then they move over to A, but yeah. So what you're going to see me do a lot in this game is run down to, oh shoot, how do I explain the spot? I'm never really good at explaining these callouts or anything, but there's one spot that overlooks. Oh, if I go there in a second. Oh, no, never mind. I just ran past it, but it overlooks that little room type thing. And whenever I go back there, I'll show it to you. But I either stay around the B flag, because that's one of the most crucial flags in the game, if you've played Domination, you already know that, but yeah. Or I go and overlook that spawn point, which I think it's an A spawn point. Yeah. It kind of overlooks that room, and it's behind a little wooden thing, wall type thing, I don't know, but when I go there, I'll show you, because, God, I'm horrible at explaining these things, and so, yeah. Now, the reason I go there is because it is a good spawn point, and I have amazing coverage, or I have really good cover from that point, and basically, if the enemy team's going to be spawning there, I have a really good chance at, getting to them and stopping them before they can rush up and take one of our flags, which actually really, really helps in the long run. So the game's ending here. Final score is 27-8. Not that great. It could have been better if I had done well at the beginning, but I'll see you later, guys.